how to force the universe to do what you want. Most people are begging the universe for crumbs, while a few have figured out how to make the entire universe bow to them. You've been told to manifest, to visualize, to wait patiently for timing, and yet here you are, waiting, wishing, and wondering why nothing changes. But the truth is, the universe doesn't reward patience. It rewards clarity. It rewards authority. And the reason your vision board is still a dream instead of a reality is because you're asking when you should be commanding. Think about it. Every law of the universe, gravity, motion, cause, and effect, already obeys authority, so why shouldn't your life? You don't need to hope the universe answers. You need to force it. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to flip the switch, how to stop waiting, and start making the universe obey your command. People spend hours cutting out pictures for vision boards, chanting affirmations into the mirror, or praying for their breakthrough, but deep down they're frustrated because nothing is shifting. It feels like they're pouring energy into the sky, and the sky is silent. Why? Because the universe does not bend for half-hearted signals. It doesn't respond to wishful thinking dressed up as spirituality. What most people call manifesting is really begging, hoping that if they repeat something enough, reality will finally take pity on them. But the truth is, the universe doesn't respond to pity. It mirrors order, power, and authority. And when your mind is scattered, when your emotions swing between doubt and desire, your life reflects that same instability back to you. You ask for wealth, but secretly believe you don't deserve it. You pray for love, but act out of fear of being abandoned. You write goals down, then scroll for hours, undoing the very focus you tried to build. That inner contradiction is why nothing comes. The outer world is not ignoring you. It is faithfully reflecting the chaos you refuse to confront within yourself. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Until you learn how to leverage your mind, your prayers will feel empty, your affirmations will bounce off the walls, and your so-called manifestations will stay locked in your imagination. You cannot manipulate the universe with words alone. It's alignment, authority, and mental order that move it. Here's where everything changes. Most people have been taught that attraction is the secret, that if you vibrate at the right frequency or think happy thoughts long enough, the universe will reward you. But attraction without authority is just wishful magnetism. It has no weight, no command. Authority is what separates those who wait from those who move reality. Even scripture affirms this. Ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it shall be opened. Notice, it doesn't say, wait quietly and hope. It uses action words, movement words, words of certainty. The same principle echoes in Napoleon Hill's definiteness of purpose. The idea that once your mind decides with absolute clarity, circumstances bend to fit that decision. Authority is not arrogance, it's alignment with law. When you know who you are, when you speak from a place of clarity, the universe has no choice but to echo it back. That's why begging never works. You're telling the universe you don't believe it's yours yet. Command works because you've already claimed it internally. Stop asking if the universe will answer you. That question is a sign of doubt. Instead, start deciding how it will answer, what shape it will take, what door it will open, what opportunity will appear. The shift happens the moment you move from hoping to commanding, from attraction to authority, from waiting for signs to becoming the sign. Command clarity begins with removing every wiggle word from your desire and carving it into a single, exact command. Write the outcome in present perfect detail, measurable, dated, and bounded by constraints. For example, by December 31st, I have closed $25,000 in new business from 3 premium clients at $8,500, delivering a 6-week program with 2 live calls weekly, payments cleared, testimonials received. Then add the rules that protect the outcome. I do not discount, I do not accept misaligned clients. I market daily 60 minutes before noon. Rename it as an identity decree at the top of the page. I am the person for whom this outcome is normal. And copy it by hand every morning until it reads like a verdict, not a wish. Emotional alignment is the nervous system catching up to the script. Rehearse the outcome as already achieved with 5 senses. What your calendar looks like, the sounds of paid invoices, the posture you hold in calls, the scent of your workspace, the exact sentence you say to a friend when it's done. Then behave as if, in micro ways all day. Answer emails like a person whose offer is in demand. Price like someone who delivers transformations. Dress and set your environment to match the room your future self lives in. And speak only in completed tense about your goal. I'm onboarding 3 ideal clients this month, rather than I hope to. Break resistance by building proof loops that make doubt mathematically expensive. Create a daily scoreboard of 3 non-negotiables that directly produce the target. For business, this might be 20 targeted outbound messages, 1 authority post, 1 follow-up block. Use a 25-minute timer and do the first rep within 2 minutes of sitting down. Track streaks publicly on your wall. Every evening, run a doubt audit. Write the exact sentence your inner skeptic used today and answer it with data from your actions. You're not consistent. 15 consecutive days of outreach complete. Pre-write if-then plans for your common derailers. If I feel the urge to scroll at 3 p.m., then I stand up, drink water, and send 5 DMs before anything else. Convert obstacles into assets by defining the smallest winnable version of every task so momentum can't stall. Book 1 10-minute interest call before you try to fill a full calendar. Finally, apply cosmic pressure by tying your command to something heavier than comfort, purpose, God, destiny. So the universe must move to maintain the weight. Write a 1-paragraph vow that names who benefits when you win and who suffers if you don't. Dedicate a fixed sacred hour daily where your phone is off and only covenant work happens. Add a public marker, a date, a room you've booked, a client you've promised that makes retreat visible. Attach generosity to the finish line, a percentage to a mission or family need, so the win serves more than ego. Speak this aloud each morning. I am under holy assignment. My actions today fulfill it. Then close each night with a brief accounting of seeds planted and doors opened. When clarity governs language, alignment governs behavior, resistance is converted into proof, and purpose exerts pressure. You stop asking whether the universe will respond and start dictating the form in which it must. Think about it like this. Everything I just shared is not theory. It's been lived out by people you already know. Napoleon Hill didn't just write Think and Grow Rich because it sounded nice. He spent 20 years studying the wealthiest men of his time and found that every single one of them had the same quality, decisiveness. They didn't wish, they decided, and reality rearranged itself around them. Steve Jobs is another example. He wasn't begging investors to believe in his idea. He carried the authority of someone who knew it was already real, and that authority pulled people in until the iPhone became a global reality. Even in Scripture, Joseph is the perfect picture of this. He wasn't sitting in the prison cell begging God to change things. He interpreted dreams with confidence, spoke with authority, and positioned himself as someone the universe couldn't ignore. And look what happened. In a single day, he went from a prisoner to second in command of Egypt. Now compare that to the countless people who begged, hoped, and waited for life to change while doing nothing to shift their inner state. Begging keeps you stuck in circles. Authority, clarity, and decision-making, those are what move doors open. The difference is simple. One group asks if it will ever happen. The other group decides it already has. And history proves that the ones who decide are the ones we remember. Here's the danger most people don't want to hear. Forcing the universe does work. But if you do it without integrity, it will eventually destroy you. Power is neutral. It doesn't care whether you use it for good or for selfishness. It simply magnifies whatever is already inside you. If you're disciplined, focused, and anchored in purpose, authority will multiply that. But if you're greedy, insecure, or reckless, authority will multiply that too. That's why some people climb to the top fast and then fall even faster. The universe is not cruel. It's consistent. It will hand you the exact thing you pressed for. But if your character isn't strong enough to hold it, what was supposed to be a blessing becomes a weapon against you. Think about it. Money in the hands of a wise person becomes impact, but money in the hands of a fool becomes destruction. Influence in the hands of a leader changes nations, but influence in the hands of a manipulator corrupts everything it touches. If you're unprepared, the universe will give you what you want, only to prove why you weren't ready. And that collapse often hurts more than the waiting ever did. The truth is, authority is not just about bending reality. It's about becoming the kind of person reality can trust. Without that, every success you force will eventually crumble in your hands. So here's where it's your turn. Don't just sit back and listen to these words. Put them into action. Right now, before the day ends, I want you to write down one clear command to the universe. Not a wish, not a maybe, not a half-hearted hope. One command. Be bold with it, be specific, and then start acting as if it's already shifting in your favor. If you command wealth, move today like someone who attracts opportunities. If you command healing, live today like the sickness no longer defines you. If you command purpose, show up like someone already walking in destiny. The point is simple. The universe bends when you decide, not when you hesitate. And if you're ready to stop waiting, if you're ready to learn how to command your reality instead of just hoping for it, then subscribe. Because we're just getting started, and this is only the beginning of what's possible for you.